Hello everyone, this is the Dumb and Stupider show. It's me, Fauna from Animal Crossing, and today we are doing the final game in the data design Quadrilogy of Hell, which is Anubis II. Since I'm not really good at video games, my friend Ahnka stopped by to play through this game.
Indeed. Greetings everyone, it is I, Ahnka, the Egyptian cat villager. Fauna has told me of her little group that she's a part of. This, Dumb and Stupider show. I must say it is quite a name for the channel.
Yeah, well, he was the one who came up with the name.
Anywho, I'll get us started. Since this is the training level, this will be a breeze to get through. I still don't know why the devs expected players to use the nunchuck for jumping. Thankfully, there's a jump button, one that the manual never makes mention of.
It does seem strange they never mention an alternative way to jump.
They expected people to use the shoehorned motion controls for these games, and unfortunately, the nunchuck is not that accurate for motion controls.
Yeah, Jake said the same thing.
Anywho, I'll just make quick work of these training dummies and be on my way. Thank goodness the swinging motion is on the right stick, though it can still be delayed sometimes. Alright, on to the final training course. Alright, final training course done.
Gotta say, you're actually doing well.
Well, I have dabbled in gaming a handful of times. I believe it was one of the sisterly villagers that helped me learn how to play these video games. Anywho, the training level's done now, on to the first proper level.
Really? Wonder if Fuchsia was the one who taught you. I know she is really good at video games.
I think so. Not entirely sure. Anyway, thank goodness Jake had the foresight to use the Switch Pro controller's gyro aim for the cursor, and mapping the jump button to somewhere more comfortable. I shouldn't have too much trouble getting through these enemies. The projectile attack can be powered up from defeating enemies. Alright, first pyramid found. Ugh, back off, scorpions! Alright, so far, so good.
Looks like so far there hasn't been too much trouble.
Well, to be honest, this game isn't difficult, at least in a sense. The problem is the unnecessarily implemented motion controls. If you don't know there's a proper jump button, then this game becomes a bit of a pain in the ass later on. Anyway, that's pyramid number 2. 2 down, 6 to go. Alright, checkpoint. And since my projectile attacks at max strength, I can 1- and 2-shot enemies, which is good, because some of these guys can be a pain to defeat.
Looks like you found the third pyramid.
Yes, and I got another life, which is kind of pointless because they don't carry over to the next level. It just makes farming lives pointless.
So Jake was right about the lives not carrying over in these games. That kinda sucks.
Yes, it's another complaint about these 4 games. Alright, I have 4 more left to find.
And this is why I asked you to play this, cause I wouldn't really get this far.
You never were one for playing video games. You've been the one trying to keep those 3 knuckleheads in check. Anyway, I just have to wait for the platforms to spin towards me, and I can hop on them and reach the next pyramid. Alright, that's 5 down.
Yeah, it's a good thing Matt and Eddie had practice on the game before doing the full gameplay.
I will say that playing these games on the Dolphin emulator makes these games a bit more bearable to play. Mind you, these are still nowhere near what I would classify as quality, but given the motion controls have been mapped to the right analog stick, it makes swinging the melee easier. Thankfully, these blocks are much easier to jump to. I don't have to run and jump to get high enough to get on them.
That's true.
Alright, 6 down, 2 more to go. Ugh, damn it, stupid enemy. Yes, these enemies can depower your projectile attack, making it weaker, which is bad, because it makes these guys take a lot longer to beat. Alright, just have to head down here, and there's the 7th pyramid. Now I just have to blast that scorpion, and that pyramid is mine. As soon as I get rid of this pain in the butt, and it pushed me into the pyramid. No matter, because it's dead now.
I see the last pyramid. How convenient for it to not be that far away.
Yes, and... ugh! God damn it! I hate these flying enemies sometimes, because the projectile attack will sometimes just swirl around the enemy and not hit it. Alright, got the last pyramid. Now to head for the teleporter. Level complete. Alright, 1 down.
Great job, Ahnka.
Yes, now for the bonus level. They're pretty much all the same, and they're just there for points anyway. Next level.
I think I remember seeing this. Don't you guys swirl the staff in front of those pillars?
Yes. Just got to make sure I don't miss input and swing the staff, given this requires motion controls. I wish they would just use a button for this.
Yeah, it can be tricky at times.
Alright, got them. Now I can get across.
I can see what you meant by the enemies taking a lot of hits to beat without the attack fully powered up.
Yes, it can be tedious. Sadly, it's the best attack in these games.
There's the first pyramid.
And the second one is just up ahead.
This seems to be a lot easier compared to Trixie and Toyland.
That's because the levels aren't completely massive and require a crap ton of climbing. Alright, second one collected. Now I just have to continue along this pathway and climb up. Get this enemy out of the way. And just like that, the third pyramid is collected.
So far, so good.
Yes, now I just have to figure out where to go next. This arrow is literally the only thing you have to track down these keys, and sometimes it can be a bit tricky to figure out where it wants you to go. Alright, I see the fourth pyramid. Alright, time to blast a few of these enemies and head to where the next pyramid is. Okay, just have to jump down here and head this way.
I don't think that was the right way.
Ugh, damn it. Like I said, the compass can mess you up at times. Okay, now I see where I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go down here.
Goodness gracious, dearie. I can see why the projectile attack can mess up on the flying enemies.
Yes, if you don't fire at the right angle, the projectile just circles around the enemy but doesn't hit them, which can be annoying. Ah, damn it, come on! Screw it. I'm using the melee. Alright, got that annoying mosquito out of the way. Alright, now I just have to cross this pathway while trying not to get pushed off the ledge by these moving bars. Damn it, got hasty.
Might want to slow down a bit.
Yes, alright. Wait for it to pass by, and now I can get across. Alright, now we're cooking, and I see the fifth pyramid. Ugh, damn it, come on. Alright, now I got it.
Close call.
Yes, no kidding, alright. The next one is right here. I just have to avoid getting pushed off the platform. There we go. 6 down, 2 to go.
You're really flying by this level.
Yes, and the next one is in this room. I just need to get up there and cross this bridge.
Looks like you just have one more left to go.
Yes. Now I have to get to this pillar and swallow the staff so I can turn this bridge and get across. Alright, there's the last one.
At least the exit isn't too far from it.
As I said, this game isn't difficult. It's just the shoehorned motion controls made this game a bit of a pain to play, along with, sometimes, the hit detection. Without knowledge of there being a jumper button, playing this game is a lot harder. Swinging the nunchuck up to jump is not ideal. That's why these 4 games have the reputation they have.
So these minigames really are the same. I recall the game Matt played having more variety.
That's because it did. Alright, now we're at the 3rd level. We're halfway done with this game.
These games are really short, aren't they?
Yes, I believe Jake said these 4 games should have been 1 game due to the games being clones of one another. Anywho, I'm going to need to push a block so I can get up there. Alright, made it up here. Now I just have to wait for this elevator to come back down and I can progress. And here's the first pyramid. Ah, damn it. Got careless. Not a problem. It's still the start of the level.
At least you're calm and collective.
Yes, that death was on me. I don't get angry that easily, especially not playing some shovelware kids platformer Wii game.
Yeah, from what I saw from the last 3 sessions, the games aren't really that terrible.
I would say mediocre and low effort. These aren't anywhere close to good games, but I've also seen worse. Alright, made it back up here. I'll just go the other way, take out the enemies, and then get the pyramid.
Looks like there's 2 pyramids in this room.
Yes, one below and the other straight ahead. But I need to get the platform up here so I can get there.
Looks like you gotta twirl your staff again.
Indeed. I heard these weren't in the other versions of the game. These only exist in the Wii port.
They really wanted to get on the motion control gimmick in the early years of the Wii's lifespan.
Yes, though sadly most of them were unnecessary, which is why people grew tired of it after the halfway mark of the Wii's life cycle.
Yeah, kinda hope that Dumb and Stupider chooses something a bit more casual for me to play next time. Not to say this wasn't a good choice, but...
This honestly wasn't a great game to start you off on. I know you're not really keen on these games that require this much action. You are always there as moral support, watching others as they get hooked on these video games.
Yeah, not saying I wouldn't mind giving it a try.
Perhaps one of those guys can teach you. I heard that Matt had been guiding those adorable chibi Pegasi friends of his in terms of video games. Anyway, so far I have obtained 3 pyramids and these blasted mosquitoes are annoying me.
Is it me, or is one of them just frozen?
It is sometimes. The enemies will just be frozen in place for no reason. Anyway, 4 down.
Yeah, anyways, I know Matt's chibi Pegasi friends have been wanting to play video games with him. In fact, I think Matt and Matea have been playing Mario Bros. 3 together for some time now. It's honestly sweet of him.
Indeed. I know a certain someone could learn a thing or two on how to treat those adorable, innocent creatures from Cloudhaven.
Yeah, Alice can be harsh on them. I'm kinda dreading how insane our Mario Bros. Street Race with Jake Conlon is gonna go.
Knowing her, she's going to act like a bratty teenager. Anywho, the next pyramid is just up ahead.
Looks like there's 2 of them.
One on the platform. I have to jump across these in a certain direction, and another, which is just on that ledge. Thankfully, I took care of the enemies, so it will be no trouble. Alright, now on to the next one. Alright, just 2 more left.
Oh boy, that area looks dangerous with all the lava.
Thankfully, the pathways are wide and the last 2 pyramids are here.
It feels like the game is quite generous with the locations of the keys.
For the most part. Alright, got all the pyramids. Now to head for the teleporter to the next level.
You're really going through this game quite fast.
It's quite short. Anyway, just have to get through this minigame and then we're in the second to last level, because there's a boss level at the end. And here we are.
Isn't this the same music from the training level?
It is! This song is in all 4 of the games. Another sign of how lazily made this quadrilogy is. Alright, first pyramid collected. Now I just have to keep moving forward.
I gotta say, the environments don't look too bad for this game.
Well, it's not anything too impressive given its low budget, but it could be worse. Alright, just got to the checkpoint. Now I just have to keep going. Just have to get the enemies out of the way. Thankfully, my staff's at full power now. Alright, have to go down here. Turn this way, and we'll see the second pyramid. Alright, just past the checkpoint is the entrance to where we need to go.
It looked like the pyramid was in the center.
Yes, I have to circle around the area to make my way to the ramp. Then I can start climbing. I have a bit of platforming to do.
I do wonder, is Anubis II supposed to be Anubis' successor or something?
I assume he is. This game never explains what's going on. There's practically no story to this, much like the other games. Alright, made it. Got the third pyramid. Now I just have to get out of here. I need to time my jump to get on the platform that's on the conveyor belt. I'll go back down here, take out this enemy, climb back up the ramp, then wait for the platform to appear. Then jump on it and ride upwards. Alright, time to jump off, get rid of these two annoying enemies. Head this way, take out this enemy, and then hit this checkpoint and go down these stairs.
It looks like you gotta time your jumps to not accidentally jump into the bottomless pit here.
Yes, but first, grab this pyramid, and then we head over here and jump on these moving platforms so we can get across to the next pyramid.
Doing great so far, Ahnka.
Thank you, Fauna. Now I just have to do the same thing with these other platforms, and I can hit the next checkpoint.
Did that just froze in mid-air?
It did, which just makes it easier to take out. Alright, got the next pyramid.
Looks like we're getting close to the end here.
Indeed, and this bat is annoying. Damn it. Ugh. When in doubt, use the melee.
I think the others had this same issue in the other games.
Yes, the projectile attack can mess up on flying enemies. Alright, the next one is down here. Then I have to go to the pillar and bring the bridge down.
And that bee is just frozen in place.
Yes. Anyway, time to get this bridge down. Alright. Now to get across, because the last pyramid is in this area.
I assume it's up on top of there?
Yes. Ugh, damn it. Almost made it. No problem, I'll just make my way back up there.
I have faith in you, Ahnka.
Alright, got the last one. Now I just have to find the teleporter.
Gotta say, Ahnka, you're really pulling through here, given it's your first appearance on this channel.
Well, given this game's theme, someone like me playing through this is a fitting choice. I do hope the viewers enjoy my presence here. It's not every day a popular villager from Animal Crossing plays through a video game.
Now that you mention it, I can't recall any channels that had any of us playing video games.
Perhaps in the future, someone like Audie or your lovely wife Diana will make an appearance. How is she doing anyway?
She's doing quite well. And yeah, it could be fun. I just hope Dumb and Stupider chooses a better game for us to play. I know Audie could do well in terms of playing video games.
Yes. Anyway, I just realized I went the wrong direction, so I'll just jump down, restart from the checkpoint, and go a different direction.
Wish we had a map in this game.
Indeed, but no worries. Alright, bingo. Found it.
Guess it's bonus game time in the boss level.
Yes.
Final confrontation. You can do it, Ahnka.
Yes, first I have to get those doors open.
Is the game slowing down?
Ugh. Shit. I notice it too. Pray to the gods this game won't crash. The good news is we're almost done.
Could it just be the Dolphin emulator, or is the game really suffering from slowdown?
It could be the game. It's all good, I can still work with it. Alright, the path to the boss is open.
I take it this is the main villain?
Yes, and I have to get those bombs since they are the only thing that can hurt him. Cause this stage, you start with 0 bombs, while the other levels you had 3, which is pointless, since this is the only stage where these bombs are actually useful.
It looks like the platforms fade in and out.
Yes, luckily the platforming isn't too difficult. Alright, I have all 3 bombs, time to throw them at this guy. I have to hold down the A button and swing the Wiimote upwards, or in this case, move the right stick up. Ugh, damn it! That attack messed up my throw.
You can do it, Ahnka. Don't give up.
I have no intentions of giving up.
Thank goodness there's a jump button. I don't want to know how frustrating it would have been if you had to just use the nunchuck motion control for jumping.
It would make this fight a lot harder. Unnecessarily. Anyway, got the bomb. Now then, to finish this guy off.
You did it, Ahnka!
And with 1 heart left, this game has now been completed.
It is strange the credits don't play when you beat the game.
Yes, it was quite an odd choice for this port. With that, I will say this quadrilogy is now complete. Thank you for having me here today, Fauna. This was quite an experience.
No problem. Anyways, that concludes this mini-series for this channel. Jake will certainly be relieved to hear that it's finished. I hope everyone enjoyed the episode. Until the next video, everyone. Love you all.